This is Naver Cloud. Today, we'll take a look at the storage services provided by Naver Cloud Platform. In Naver Cloud Platform's storage services, NAS, backup, object storage, and archive storage are provided in addition to block storage, which was mentioned from the compute product group discussed earlier. Let's first take a look at block storage, which was discussed in the compute product group video earlier. Block storage, a type of storage that is mounted and used on the server, and data is stored in a hierarchical structure by the file system. Naver Cloud Platform's block storage is provided in two types, HDD and SSD. Generally, 50 gigabytes of block storage is allocated in the OS area for Linux-based servers, and 100 gigabytes of block storage is allocated in the OS area for Windows servers. Additional block storage outside the OS area can be added, and a minimum of 10 gigabytes to a maximum of 2 terabytes can be created for additional block storage. If you want to recognize more than 2 terabytes of block storage for a single volume, you can bind multiple volumes of block storage and recognize them as a single volume through LVM in Linux or dynamic disk allocation in Windows. Up to 16 block storage units can be allocated for each server, including 1 block storage in the OS area. A detach feature is provided for additional block storage, enabling you to detach additional block storage that was allocated to a server named A and attach it to another server named B. It also supports storage capacity expansion, allowing you to allocate a larger capacity than the initially allocated capacity. However, you can only expand up to 2 terabytes for each volume. It provides a snapshot feature for additional block storage, so you can create and manage new block storage based on snapshots. Now, let's take a closer look at the detach feature of block storage. The detach feature of block storage is only available when the server is shut down, or when the volume is unmounted if the server is running. The volume upsize feature can be set to a larger capacity than the initially allocated volume, and capacity expansion for storage in the OS area is not provided. The size of the storage mounted on a running server can't be changed. It can be changed after stopping the server the storage is mounted on, or unmounting the storage. The snapshot feature can create an image of the data stored on the block storage at the current time, while my server image creates an image of current data for the server, as well as additional block storage. Snapshot creates an image only for the block storage. You can create new block storage through the snapshot feature. Then, when can we use this snapshot feature? You can replicate a snapshot to another region. Use a snapshot of block storage created with HDD to create SSD type block storage, and restore data by creating new block storage using a snapshot when the volume in the OS area crashes and is no longer usable. Next, we'll take a look at object storage of Naver Cloud Platform. Object storage is a type of storage that can store very large amounts of data, such as the AWS S3 service. It can be easily managed through the Naver Cloud Platform console, API, SDK, and CLI, and a unique URL is created for the saved file, enabling multiple users to easily access it on the internet. Object storage is used especially as the basic storage for various Naver Cloud Platform services, such as CDN service and Cloud Log Analytics. You can manage permissions for objects and buckets uploaded to object storage, and RBAC method permissions separation for object storage is available through the sub-account feature of Naver Cloud Platform. Among storage services, NAS is a type of storage that can be shared by multiple servers. NAS can be configured from a minimum of 500 gigabytes to a maximum of 10 terabytes, and it can be expanded in 100 gigabytes increments. NAS supports CIFS and NFS protocols. You can select a type that supports CIFS protocol for NAS shared by Linux servers, and select a type that supports NFS protocol for NAS shared by Windows servers. It provides the snapshot feature, as well as monitoring for NAS volume usage. NAS that supports NFS protocol performs access control based on IP address of servers, and NAS that supports CIFS protocol performs access control based on ID and password. For snapshots supported by NAS, the snapshots are stored within the created NAS volume. Because the basic settings are not configured with a snapshot setting, you need to perform a snapshot setting to use the snapshot feature. Up to 7 snapshots are stored. When there are more than 7 snapshots, the oldest snapshots are deleted. Snapshots can also be created immediately, and automatic snapshots can be set at regular times, every day, or every week. Next up is archive storage, which is a storage service suitable for archiving. As a service corresponding to AWS's Glacier service, it is suitable for storing infrequently used cold data, or archive data, since its storage fees are lower than those of object storage, while its fees for API calls are higher. It has a feature of being able to manage in the form of console, API, CLI, and SDK, and there is no minimum storage period. It supports management through sub-accounts, so permission separation in the role-based access control method is possible. The last storage service to be discussed is the backup service. The backup service periodically replicates and archives server data. It provides backups for all the OS, platform file systems provided within Naver Cloud Platform, as well as online backups for DBMS. This securely protects data. Recovery of backup is possible from units of files to folders for file systems, and from units of tables to DBs for DBMS. A total of 8 options are provided for backup execution cycle, including one-time and once-a-day full backups. Backup files can be retained for a minimum of 1 week up to 52 weeks. The backup result is shared to the requester's email, along with major daily items for their viewing. That's all for our look at major characteristics of services in the storage product group provided by Naver Cloud Platform. Thank you.